Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm the Last Wanderer, and today I've got some jump scare contraptions to share with you all today. More specifically, 10 different designs. Now let's start with this classic one over here. Probably all seen this one before. Oh, does it no longer work? Just kidding. Alright, jokes aside, you've probably all seen the armor stand launched through a door jump scare plenty of times before. But now, let me show you an accurate demonstration of it. It works just like that. Now this jump scare device is a pretty simple one. You just use a slime block to launch an armor stand through a door. And it's activated either by using a pressure plate or a button. And the redstone is super simple. You just hook up that pressure plate or button to the slime block so the armor stand gets launched. I also added this suffocation device for an Enderman to give that Enderman sound effect. The Enderman was in a minecart, and I hit him with a potion of poison to get him down to just 1 heart. Now the second jump scare that I'm going to showcase is a pretty simple one. It doesn't require any mobs, however, it's not the scariest thing in the world. As you just saw, in this jump scare contraption, there's TNT dispensed onto an anvil, which explodes right in front of you. Something you probably would have guessed if you waited there for 4 seconds to see it fall. It's not the fastest thing in the world. Now, as you can see, here are the dispensers that dispense TNT onto an anvil, and then it just waits a few seconds to drop all that right in front of you. Let me show you this working from outside. The anvil prevents the TNT from destroying any of the surrounding blocks, or from giving the player too much damage. Now, I'll be demonstrating my third jump scare in this dark ice cave. I don't think you'll be able to guess what's coming because of how concealed everything is. As you've seen with this third jump scare, it's another relatively simple one. I use an Enderman for a sound effect again, and the activation device is some redstone dust under some snow. But this time, I used a different mechanic. I hid the armor stand inside blocks. As you can see, what I'm going to demonstrate here, you just zero click the slime block into the armor stand, put another block on top, and then you decorate your armor stand however you like, and then you just zero click them back in, and the armor stand is stuck inside. If you want to hide that, I just used a snow layer. You'd have to use something without a collision, obviously, otherwise the armor stand won't pop up. And now, the armor stand is concealed inside, and pops up when you shoot the slime block. Now here's my fourth jump scare. You can probably guess it uses Endermen based on their noises, and you can probably see where it's coming from, but let me just show you how it works anyway. This fourth jump scare device, the coffin jumper, is just a bit more complicated than the other jump scare devices I've shown. It also uses Endermen, which I've poisoned so they are down at 1 heart. So when this piston pushes them up, they'll instantly suffocate in this block, die, and produce that iconic noise. I promise this will be the last time I use them, though. Also down here, I used a puffer bit player detector, which I cannot recommend using because they're notoriously unreliable due to the glitch. As you can see here, the armor stand is launched out after the pufferfish is detected, and moments before that, the coffin is opened by using this redstone torch in here. And that's basically everything there is to this jump scare device. Here's my fifth jump scare. Unlike the others, there's no noise to indicate what will happen next. You'll just have to wait and see. Now this fifth jump scare design has another pretty simple setup. As you can see, when you step on the pressure plate, you power this dust, which fires an arrow into this end crystal, making the sound you heard, and it also launches the sticky piston with slime block, which shoots this creeper up, which you saw earlier. Obviously a very easy design to make, besides the fact that creepers are less than ideal to transport. Now this next jump scare device is a bit of an unusual one, but based on the sounds, you might be able to guess what's about to happen. As you just saw, This jump scare uses a ghast, because they make some of the most horrid sounds in the game. I also flipped him upside down using a dinner bone name tag, because the tentacles look kind of weird. Now, this jump scare is relatively simple. When you step on this pressure plate, it fires this sticky piston with a slime block on it, and as you can see in there, this gas is on a minecart. When the gas suffocates, it makes loud, ear-piercing noises. And that's pretty much all there is to this jump scare. It's a pretty simple one. If you want to give this one multiple uses, you could just shoot a regeneration potion onto the gas after it comes back down. My 7th jump scare device isn't even really a device per se. It uses a more natural mechanic found in Minecraft, but it's still pretty frightening one to some players. That's right, this 7th jump scare is simply an Elder Guardian. A little bit more frightening when you aren't expecting that ghastly image to appear in front of your screen, but it's still simple nonetheless. Not a very complex setup, is it? This 8th jump scare takes place in a normal bathroom scene. Well, not exactly normal. You might be able to figure out what's about to happen, or you might not. But let's just watch. As you saw here in this jump scare, an armor stand comes shooting out of the water over the soul sand bubble column. Now it's currently not activated because this sticky piston here shot a block into the water column, disabling it. It also is pretty silent when it's activating because right back here is a trap door, which puts power into the top bubble column instead of a noisy dispenser or piston setup. And the other noise you did happen to hear is fireworks from these countless firework dispensers I have all over the place. They also cause the lighting. I get that fireworks might not make the scariest noises in the world, but if you're looking for scary noises, then let me show you my 9th jump scare contraption. With my 9th jump scare contraption, you can probably guess what's making all those noises in the background. However, you'd only be half right if you assumed what was about to happen next. This very well might be one of the scariest contraptions I built, and you'll see why now. Now, if you missed what just happened, a bunch of low-health zombies fell from a ceiling, which activated their totems of undying, making a very loud noise. As you can see, with this guy here, he's only got 1 health. Then, a bunch of splash potions of healing came out from the wall to finish the zombies off. Here's the jump scare in action again, without any of these zombies or totem of undying particles to distract you from what happens. And here's the redstone from outside. As you can see, the first thing that happens is the zombies are launched from here. The slime block just pushes them down so they fall down faster. And then, on both sides of the tripwire, we have these little circuits, which retract the blocks here, shoot the potions here, and then put the blocks back. And as you can see, it's the same for both sides. And now, with all that out of the way, it's time for my final jump scare. A classic. That's all the designs I've got to show today. Thank you all so much for watching. And, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider checking out some of my other videos, including my new prototype for a shulker box sorting system, and my new sugarcane farm. Also, make sure to come back next time for my next video, the Halloween special. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye!